Whether you're a Christian or not, whatever, despite your belief system, I do believe this individual walked on planet Earth at one time and exemplified the ultimate human being and some of the gifts that we all have. This individual was a role model for us. And I always thought, if Jesus were to show up today, what would he say? WWJD, right? What would Jesus say, at least about the division that's taking place? Because that's really one of the most heartbreaking things to me, the pandemic, of course. But what I did find in Matthew 12:25, it reads, "Every kingdom divided against itself will be ruined. And every city or household divided against itself will not stand." The advice that Jesus gives us, what he would say to his followers, to believe in certain ways that would prevent the division, possibly even heal the division. Things like love others, including your enemies. How many enemies have we created on social media because they believe another way? Yeah. Love them, like what Matt Kahn says, whatever arises, love that. Don't judge others. Don't condemn others. Forgive others. Treat others the same way you'd like to be treated. These are just, how long have we heard these things? Yes. Pray for those that persecute you. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those that curse you. These are foundational biblical teachings of just being a good human. Be merciful, be humble, serve each other, do more for others than what they ask of you. If someone has done something that upsets you or offends you, go and talk to them about it. It's just being kind and being a good human, rising above whatever it is. It's taking that higher road that we talk about a little bit on previous shows, and it's just being the observer and then responding with love and kindness. It's not easy. It's not easy sometimes when somebody has you fired up and you've got an emotional trigger inside of us, which we all can be easily triggered these days. That's what Jesus would do.
The thing that's fascinating to me about that is we all know these things. Why don't we live by them more? It's like you say, it's not easy. Loving your neighbor is fine when your neighbor's not in your face and they're staying on their side of the fence. What about when they're not acting right? Or even when they do you wrong? Or when you don't agree with them? Why can we not seem to stop and raise us up to that higher 5D level and say, how do I be above this? How can I create something better out of this instead of making it worse? That's one of the things that really dawned on me. I know these things. I was raised with these things. Yeah. But why do we forget? Is it because it's too hard? Because that's one of the things that I hear a lot. Oh, well, that's great, but it's really hard. Yeah. It's really hard. Nobody said it's easy. It's really easy to love somebody when they're loving to you and they're kind.
I think that forgiveness is forgiving. You're giving when you can find the place where you can forgive yourself. I have to forgive that person. No, actually, I've had to forgive myself many, many times. Mm-hmm. Almost every time that I felt like I had to forgive somebody else, I had to forgive myself first. I had to give to myself first.
And that's often the most difficult.
It is.
As riled up as we get about other people, we get so used to the beat up stick that we have for ourselves. It makes it difficult for us to take ourselves off the hook. And a lot of times we'll do it a lot easier for other people.
Yeah.